Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Luke Skywalker. Again, we've talked about this before. Luke Skywalker potentially getting his own series on Disney Plus. Now, there are going to be Mandalorian spoilers, for the 5 of you that haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, you always act surprised even though it's been days.
Even though it's been days, just to let you guys know. So if you haven't watched Mandalorian Season 2 yet, do not watch this video because it does touch on some stuff that went down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. So before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 162,000 subs. Thank you for the support, and you've only got a couple hours left to pre-order these pins if you want them. Hopefully you want them. Lots of you want them, actually. We got quite a few orders, but there's no guarantee that there will be any more of these left. After the campaign ends, you've got 9 hours as of recording, probably less than that by the time you get this video. And there we go. So go to shopclownfish.com. I'm going to put a link in the comments section. I'm going to pin it to the top. So let's talk about this long-rumored Luke Skywalker series on Disney Plus because everybody's getting a series.
Right, but this is one that makes sense.
This does make sense because they have to fix Luke Skywalker.
Well, not just that. When they're giving all these series, a lot of them are like Obi-Wan and, now Boba Fett, Lando.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker makes sense.
Characters that people actually give a shit about. Mm-hmm. So, again, we warned you. If you haven't watched the last episode of Mandalorian Season 2, we do have young Jedi Luke Skywalker show up to save the day. And what surprised me, I call it Deepfake Luke, because I thought it was another actor. What surprised me was that it actually was Mark Hamill. It was Mark Hamill. They de-aged Mark Hamill.
That's cool.
Now, he looked kind of off, because I don't think the de-aging technology is quite there yet. Yeah. But I thought it was another actor. That they just kind of, deep faked his face, and then they maybe took some lines from some of the other Star Wars movies and pieced them together. But no.
I know it's going around that it was this other Max Lloyd person, though. Max Lloyd Jones was what was going around as.
Well, maybe he was like the body double, but they said that Mark Hamill was, unless it was like the close-ups were Mark Hamill or something.
I don't know. But, that it's interesting, though, because that's why it was funny, because after it happened, he was like, so did you see anything good on TV lately?
Yeah, right. They said it was far more than just a voiceover. It was like they did with Robert De Niro in The Irishman. Hamill filmed Luke's Mandalorian cameo on set, and the visual effects technology was used to de-age him. Now, this has been rumored for a while. We actually covered this on Pirates and Princesses months ago. They deep-faked Harrison Ford onto Alden Ehrenreich, and it looked much better with his face on it.
Yeah.
But we also talked about how, they were doing this with Tarkin, doing it with Leia, and there was a rumor that they were going to do this for Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm. And people said, no, that's batshit crazy. They would never do it. And then the rumors started to come out that, oh, yeah, he's going to make a cameo appearance in The Mandalorian. It's like, no, this is just fanboy wishful thinking. And sure as hell, it happened. So now we've gone from that to, let's just do a whole series of Luke. Now, is it going to be Mark Hamill? Or is it going to be Sebastian Stan? Everybody
was saying it could be. I mean, he actually could pull it off, though.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, watching Deepfake Luke, to me, I even said to you and I, he looks more like Sebastian Stan than he does Mark Hamill. And here actually was Mark Hamill.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. They look similar enough. I think they could do it. I mean, do I think it's the best way to go? No, but I'm also thinking if you want Luke Skywalker, you're going to have to make some, compromises at this point because, it is what it is.
So there's a battle going on for the soul of Star Wars. Fans have been,
I agree with that.
Fans have been very enthusiastic about them attempting to fix Luke.
Yeah, for the fandom hating Luke Skywalker and totally agreeing that Rian Johnson, what he did was right and all this other stuff, then I want to know why IMDb is saying that the season finale of The Mandalorian was the highest rated episode of the series. And the series is like critical acclaim, won awards, everybody loves the series. It is their highest rated episode.
They watched it for Luke.
But yeah, because nobody, a lot of people said they went back and watched the entire season just to watch the last episode because they knew he was going to be in it now. It's because at the end of the day, the fans want Luke. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I'm sorry if Brian Young, is that his name?
Yeah, we're getting it.
StarWars.com has a problem with it. I'm sorry the Lucasfilm Story Group doesn't like this shit. But at the end of the day, you ruined Luke, and people were pissed. And what they want was Luke.
Well, now the journalists that have spent the last 3 or 4 years defending Lucasfilm's idiotic decisions for Luke Skywalker are coming out and being like, The Last Jedi got Luke right. Like, you guys are just a bunch of...
There's all these places coming out with these articles, but you think it's different people. No, it's the same damn person. It's one person who keeps saying it, but they're putting it in different articles to make it sound like it's more than one person. It's one person.
We saw this happen. It's weird. I just talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, it's full of something.
Yeah, right. This guy writes for StarWars.com. He's the guy who was out there who was mocking the Phantom Menace, saying that they didn't understand nuance.
They don't get nuance like, he does.
Like he does, because he writes for StarWars.com. But this reminds me of what happened with Comicsgate. Now, I put a tweet out there yesterday because we had people trying to say we're Comicsgate and Gamergate and all stuff, whatever. And I say, I don't even know what Comicsgate is at this point. And it reminds me of the Wikipedia page, because I went to the Comicsgate Wikipedia page and they link to all of these articles talking about, Comicsgate being a hate movement and all that. And they're all written by the same, 2 or 3 people.
Right.
Just on multiple websites.
Yeah, it's exactly what I've been telling you guys this. These guys are grifters and they go around, and this person, he's writing on StarWars.com, but he's going around to different sites and they're writing articles about him and making it sound like, these people are all saying it. It's the same damn person.
Yeah.
So one person's going around saying it, and then his friends at different outlets are writing about it.
Well, that's what these sites need to be. And this is Sci-Fi Wire. I mean, this is the same damn website. One, they shut down their fangirls.
Yeah.
Blog.
Nothing of value was lost.
And this is the same blog that put out the hit piece on anime fans. The anime was problematic because it was fascist. So, take it for what it's worth. But, immediately fans, old school fans, are cheering the return of Luke Skywalker. Now, personally, I think it's... I'm not laying my guard down because we've been burnt so many times by Lucasfilm. I'm like, this is a good start, guys, but we'll see. But as soon as there were all kinds of high fives and fist bumps,
as soon as it was obvious this is what the fans wanted, and Favreau was getting, and this person's probably friends with KK or something, and
probably. Johnson.
But yeah, I love this comment. I've seen it 16 times now, and I'm completely ready to hold it up as one of the best Star Wars films ever made. It's my favorite one, so it's the best. I've seen the classics more than 16 times each. So I'm ready to hold them up as the best films ever because I said so, and I've seen them so many times that my opinion matters more than you.
I saw The Last Jedi once in the theater, and I have never looked back. No. I've never done that for a Star Wars movie. In fact, my feeling toward The Last Jedi was so negative, and Geeky's as well, we didn't even bother with Rise of Skywalker.
Nope.
Because it was like, fuck Star Wars.
It's been out a year. We've never seen it.
No, we've never seen it. Watch The Mandalorian, though. Mm-hmm. And I think it's better. It feels more Star Wars than the sequel trilogy did. But yeah, I was so angry about their treatment, primarily their treatment of Luke Skywalker. I mean, the movie's got many, many more flaws beyond that, but mostly my anger was about how they shat on Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you can't come back from that.
No. Imagine that when you have a franchise that has a key character, there's a Skywalker line, and it's like the main character everybody's loved, and it was, he's been how he is. Even if you have changes when you get older, even if you get a little grumpier and stuff, you wouldn't have turned into this. Because at the end of the day, he was always, idealistic and stuff. Mm. He wouldn't have become this. I don't care what you want to, argue and say that is. It's not. And I'm hoping if they do a series, it's not going to be how he became the shithead from, The Last Jedi.
That's, okay, so that's the problem I have with this. Because I'm like, people are getting really excited. They're like, yeah, this is pretty badass. We saw badass Luke. If they're not going to decanonize the sequels, we know how this ends. We know that badass Luke becomes sad sack Luke, and we know that probably Grogu's gonna die because most of the Jedi die.
All these journalists are like trying to bend all these different realities and stuff to make it that Grogu doesn't die.
Okay. Then where the hell was he? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, this isn't gonna end well. So that's the thing. That's what kills us for me. Is knowing that this Luke that we saw does not exist anymore in, going forward.
It's like watching Titanic. Going in the movie, the ship sinks, everybody you care about is probably going to be dead at the end of the movie. Yeah. So it's like, do I want to put myself through that?
Yeah, and that's it. And that's what and I'm 100% with you. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to reconcile sad sack Luke Skywalker with the Luke Skywalker everybody wanted to see. Now, this article, Brian Young goes on and says, well, since Luke Skywalker was missing, they couldn't do anything else with him because, it was clear that he abandoned his friends. I'm like, what if he got kidnapped?
No, he wouldn't have. Luke Skywalker would not have abandoned anyone.
No, he wouldn't have.
He even went back into the Death Star to save his dad, so he didn't abandon him. He would not have abandoned people. I am sorry. If you don't want to hear it, that's too effing bad. Because the character is set up as such that he would not have become this.
Yeah. This is basically these journos that double, triple down on, it's totally fine to assassinate one of the most popular heroes in fiction ever created.
Because of misogyny and feminism.
Yeah, and this is what we're talking about. This dude writes for StarWars.com. This is what Lucasfilm, I think, really thinks of Luke Skywalker. We
already knew this.
Yeah. Lucasfilm,
who, is run by Kathleen Kennedy, who also is in charge of StarWars.com and all that other stuff. Wouldn't she be, and of course, we're going to double down that those choices were the best choices.
Yeah. And so I would not get too excited about a Luke Skywalker series at this point because I do think they're going to slowly ruin him.
Probably, but this just proves that power struggle that we've been hearing is going on between Kennedy and Favreau.
Yeah, I think it's Kennedy and Favreau. I think Filoni. I'm actually more inclined to think that he might side with Kennedy on some things, given some of the stuff he's said. But Favreau, if we got a bone, it's because of Favreau. But he's not in charge. If he was completely in charge of everything Star Wars, I would have a lot more faith in that than I do with Kennedy because, guys like Brian Young, they're in the Kennedy camp.
Clearly. Right. And they're the ones that are out there putting the narratives out there and being the voice for the people and all that shit. And then you don't agree with them. It's because you don't know as much as that because you don't get the nuance because they're smarter than you. And it's like, you know what? If that's the case, fuck you, Brian Young. You're not smarter than all the fandom. You're not, just because you saw it 16 times, The Last Jedi. Well, one, why would you want to torture yourself that way? But two, I'm like, then anybody who saw any movie more than you did can say that movie's better because they saw it more times than you did. I'm like, really? You're going to make how many times you viewed a movie a pissing match on why it's a better movie because you said so? Why watch 16 times so my opinion matters more? Why watch the classics way more than 16 times so my opinion matters more?
There you go.
They need to character act me, Brian. My opinion matters more. I can do this all day. I got tits, Brian. My opinion matters more. Have you not been on Twitter?
Yeah, a lot of people like this, though. Highest rated episode. Yeah, I wore out my VHS tapes of the original trilogy. I had to buy them like 3 times. I had 3 different copies of VHS. Yeah,
so your opinion matters more.
It does.
You spent more money.
I spent more money. I spent more money than you, Brian. Anyway, yeah, what are they going back to? Boba Fett.
Which they have clarified, this is what I thought they meant. It is going to be its own thing, and it's not The Mandalorian Season 3, which is what I thought from the beginning. But some people were like, is it The Mandalorian Season 3? No, it's its own thing. The Book of Boba Fett is a separate series. It's going to be done by Filoni and Favreau, and it'll be out, I think, before Mandalorian Season 3.
Yeah, so that's what, there is a little bit of a kernel of truth then to the rumor that, The Mandalorian was kind of getting sidelined for Boba Fett, because it does seem like they're going to maybe push Mando back a little bit and do this Boba Fett.
Oh, no, I think they're going to run them both at the same time.
Well, they think what they're doing is they're creating basically like a Mando-verse, and they're going to have Ahsoka and Boba and all this stuff, and then they're going to have some big event. Now, if that big event, includes retconning the sequels out of existence,
for it.
Yeah, but I'm also like, I don't like the idea of time travel in Star Wars. I really
don't. They'll do something.
Or just be like, sequels were like a fever dream. The sequels were a vision that Luke had of the bad future. Like, I need to avoid this.
They thought they were going to do that with The Rise of Skywalker. That, it was a vision, it was all a vision. And they were going to erase The Last Jedi, and they didn't.
Ahsoka's got a snow globe. Everything happened in the snow globe. No, it's Grogu's snow globe.
That's right. That's a ball. That's a ball he keeps carrying around. It's actually a snow globe, and this whole thing was, in his head.
As he's staring into that ball, he's got the whole world in his hands, and that's a dark side coming out. Like everything's gonna go to shit unless Luke Skywalker saves it. So I don't know, guys. I mean, do I think they're doing? Absolutely. They're grasping at any straw.
This had the best reviews, and everybody's losing their shit because Luke showed up.
Yeah.
You think for a minute they're not gonna keep pushing with this when they have to make all their money back and they're desperate?
Yeah, they're desperate, and it's like only now do they realize how much power the old school fans actually have.
Well, the characters matter.
They do.
I'm sorry, characterization matters more than diversity and flipping dinosaurs.
Yeah, so, I don't know. We'll see. I'm personally, though, again, apprehensive because I do know where this ends, unless they change it, which is possible.
That's the only way they're going to save it is if they get rid of that.
All right, we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We will talk to you later.
Bye, Brian.